and welcome back to this is of course the second semi-finals. It is a table tennis senior division East semis. It is Elias Park Primary School taking on Konghua School. And if you joined us earlier, we of course had a very one-sided affair in the other semi-final with the likes of Neon Primary having a clean sweep over the red swastika, and it was just straight sets there with the first singles and second singles both going to Neon Primary. They did not drop a single set there, taking up all nine matches. Of course, joining me today is Rishwan, the national table tennis player. Welcome aboard.
Hello, Jay. Thank you for inviting me today.
She'll be with me to commentate on this game and giving us good insights into the tactics of these players and also a bit of background on her career at the top level of table tennis. So, well, having watched the first game, can you just give us some background of how, or some feedback of how you thought the game went between the likes of Neon and Red Swastika?
From the first match between Neon Primary and Red Swastika, you can see there's a big difference in terms of their skills. Like you can see that their basic foundation skills are very good. Yeah, but then Red Swastika still put on a good fight against Neon Primary.
Yes, that's just the summary of the first game. Now, of course, the second game you're about to watch is between, as I just mentioned, the likes of the Elias Park Primary, beg your pardon, and Konghua School. And just to let you know, the first two players for Elias Park is Chon Ching Hee, and he's up against Ang Rei Zi from Konghua School. Konghua School just happens to be my co-commentator's school.
Yes.
She, of course, was in that primary school there before she went to the sports school. Is that correct?
Yes. I graduated from Konghua School in 2013.
And, well, okay, I think the proceedings should be getting along, as the first point is won by the likes of Konghua. And hopefully this game might be a little bit more competitive than we saw the first, as opposed to the first game. Elias looking slightly stronger now, 4-1 ahead, quickly taking on, of course, Elias is Chong Tsung Hee. Konghua getting the second point, and Rei Zi. The likes of Elias, of course, in the yellow and the red strip, and Konghua in the all black. Just to let you know the format, it is 3 singles and 2 doubles. They will play the first singles, and then that will be followed by doubles, singles, doubles, and then singles. Of course, if the team takes the first 3 matches, then that will seal a straight victory. So the support now, it's only the teammates, of course. You can hear them clapping in full support. COVID not allowing any support coming in, any fans from their schools or otherwise to come and support. So that's why you're getting it live streamed across to you. Some entertaining table tennis going on here. The young youth of today, the young juniors.
That was a good receive by Ang Rei Zi. As you can see, both players are playing very closely and their standards are about the same. So I think this match will be very interesting.
Yeah, I think the difference would be, as I think we also spoke about in the earlier game is the composure of the player, the one who has a bit more maturity, a bit more composure, who can take pressure playing in a semi-finals or finals. But it goes to Elias Primary School, taking the first set 11-6. So starting the second set now, it will be likes of Elias serving. What do you make of Chong Tsing-He's serve?
Yeah, he served 2 good long side spin serve, which created a bit of difficulty for Rui Zi.
There's a good rally there between him, but of course Chong Tsing-He just seems to have a little edge over his opponent, Rui Zi.
That was a good placement by Rui Zi.
Oh, they're sailing away with this game, Elias, right now. It's Chong Tsing-He just too good in the second set. Just maybe warming up in the first. He seems to be taking it away. A lot more energy in his returns and his footwork as well.
That was a good small hand smash from Rui Zi.
That gets him the point. It's 8-4 now. Seeing a little fight back by Kong Hwa here. So it's, well, unfortunately the second set as well going to Elias Park Primary. A little fight back from Ante Rachel, but well, a little too late there, and he sees Elias take the second set, so 11-4. So third set, it is Elias Primary School against Kong Hwa. Elias taking the first two in the first singles, 11-6, 11-4. What's the difference between these two? Where do you see Elias just edging out their opponents here?
Yeah, as you can see that Jinghe is very comfortable and confident in his game. However, Ruizhi tries to be aggressive but makes more mistakes compared to Jinghe.
Elias Primary School, of course, winning all 3 of their matches in the group stages. They did beat Red Swastika 4-1, Yuning 4-1, and St. Hilda's was a clean sweep, 5 loves clean sweep there. So they finished top of their group. Remember, the winner of this matchup between these 2 schools will then face Nian Primary for the Senior Division East finals. That's a good shot there. You can take us through that shot.
Yes, as you can see, this shot is a good quality shot from Jinghe. Yes, and you can see that this match is one-sided.
Very much 9-2 now to Jinghe, as he's cruising away 1 point shot of sealing the match. Oh, just lost a bit of concentration there. That will reserve that again. Jinghe serving for the match, and he wins it easily 11-4 in the third. So 1-0 now to Elias Park Primary, going into the second doubles in about 5 minutes. So we're back now as you're watching Elias Park Primary School versus Konghua Primary School as well, and because this is the semi-finals of the senior division, the primary 5 and 6-year-olds, budding professional table tennis national players, maybe one day you're looking at. But of course, we just saw Elias Primary School take the first set easily in the first match in 3 sets, and that now leaves a little bit more pressure on Konghua, isn't it?
Yes, as this match is very important for Konghua. If not, they'll be losing 0-2. So hopefully they are able to win this match.
Because doubles a very different game to the singles game.
Yes, it takes a lot of practice as they need to have good chemistry with one another, knowing your partner's strengths and weaknesses.
And that's, I guess, these young boys are learning as they'll play lots of doubles matches as well. It's not something you can just pick up easily. Singles maybe slightly easier. You're just playing with yourself and your opponent, whereas doubles, the movement, getting away from the table, knowing what your partner is doing, knowing the return serve of the opponent as well. So there's a lot of different elements to it.
Yes, and there's a lot of footwork requirement between both players, and you need to know what service to serve to your opponent and how you want to receive.
So players just getting warmed up, sussing each other out. And the likes of Sankit Vatsa and Ethan Gunn for Elias Park Primary. And for Konghua, it is Lin Kyler and Lee Ron Swan. Well, I mentioned earlier as well, Elias winning all 3 games coming into the semi-finals. Slightly different for Konghua. They, of course, they lost to Nian, who are currently going into the finals, 3-2. It's a close encounter there, but they did have 2 solid wins against Oasis and Poching with 5-love apiece. So Konghua to start the service and Elias to receive. First point going to Konghua.
Too strong underspin long service by Konghua.
Well, Konghua now seem to be looking a bit more aggressive in the doubles game.
They're currently taking the upper hand.
Cruising away, should I say. Konghua 6-love up now.
It's a service wrong court. You're supposed to serve directly to the other side.
So the point going to Elias there, another point. So slowly climbing their way back here.
So first set
So first
goes
set.
to Gonghua School. They won 11-2.
So we return now with the second set between Elias Primary School and Konghua, the doubles that is. The likes of Sanket Vassar and Ethan Gunn for Elias Primary School taking on Lin Kyler and Lee Ron Swan. Konghua looking a lot more aggressive in the doubles than they were in the singles.
As you can see, they have a good service and attack, and they are very careful to reduce the mistake they make.
Well, he did not execute that shot. The idea was there, but just failed to execute that slice.
Oh, that was a good smash by Gonghua School.
But Konghua looking just too good, too strong for the opponents. A little confusion there with where the players were supposed to stand. They got that sorted out and play resumes. I think they found the weak link. Sanket Vassar maybe receiving, just sort of losing a few points there, hasn't he?
Yes, as you can see that he receives a good low location, giving the Elias pair difficulty to hit the ball over.
And that was an extremely one-sided affair there in the second set, because the likes of Konghua coming out victorious 11-0. So return for the third set. It's a clean sweep so far, 2-0 going in favor of Konghua. Lin Kyler and Lee Ron Swan looking too strong for Sanket Vassar and Ethan Gunn. This game, well, if the likes of Konghua do pull this off, then we will definitely see 4 sets coming through. 4 games, I beg your pardon. We might definitely see the second doubles pairing. Timeout being called. What if you were the coach right now, what would you be advising the pair from Elias Park?
I think the coach will tell them to not be so careful in their game and try to take risks and be more aggressive in their game, since they are losing now, and then so they have nothing to lose. So therefore, hopefully with this timeout, there will be a change in the game.
Well, it looks a bit of a mountain to climb though for the pair of Sankit Vatsar and Ethan Gunn, going down 11-2, 11-love in the second, only pulling out 2 points from their bag. Just maybe try to unsettle the opponent a bit. I guess you're right, more aggressiveness is the key here. They've got nothing to lose, they can go all out, try to score some points, just put the opponents off.
Yes, try to give a challenge for Konghua School and not let them win so easily.
Well, that talk may be paying off a little bit. They just picked up a point, only to lose another one straight after that. So rushing into his serve there and conceding a point that time, Sankit Vatsa.
As you can see, that Elias Park is doing much better than before.
Well, the points tally for them 3 here is more than they've got in the last 2 sets. They've just doubled their score tally as well to 4. That was a good rally though, but Elias gets that point. Konghua now just 8-5 up, nil confusion. Well, the timeout paying some dividends for sure here. Bringing the score to just 1 point between them.
Yes, as you can see, the timeout really worked, and now Konghua School has called the timeout.
Just breaking the momentum of Elias Park. Because coming up next after this will be the second singles. It is Izdihar, and he'll be taking on Daniel. Izdihar from Elias Park Primary taking on Daniel from Konghua. The Elias Park boys quick back to the table. They want to get things underway, having gain a bit of momentum towards the end of the third set. Well, if they do lose the set, of course, there'll be 1 apiece now.
The timeout really worked for Konghua.
Mistimed his shot there and gives that point to Elias. Very tight match, this one. Good to see the boys bouncing back. Konghua now 1 point from sealing the match.
Oh,
It's 10
deuce.
apiece.
Yeah, so now they have to win 2 points to win the set. And Konghua School has taken the third set, 12-10. So now the big score is 1-1.
So welcome back now. It is the third game of the semi-finals between Elias Park Primary and Konghua. The referee just coming up with some sanitizer in these times of COVID, of course, just keeping the measures in place. The umpires checking the bats. Of course, we had an incident in the earlier game where one of the bats was not approved.
Yes, because the rubber was uneven, so he had to use his teammate's racket.
Yeah, that was the game between Nian and Swastika. So just the formalities taking place before we enter the third match between the two sides in the semi-finals. Remember, the winner will face Nian Primary for the coveted trophy in the final. And the loser here will then face Red Swastika for the third, fourth placing. Coin toss from the referee. Players just warming up before, of course, they proceed with this very important third match, because it could swing the tide either way. One apiece, remember. Nian Primary winning 11-6. Beg your pardon. The likes of Elias Primary winning 11-6, 11-4, 11-4. That was the first singles in straight sets. And then the likes of the doubles saw Konghua come out victorious 11-2, 11-0, and then 12-10. Their doubles pairing of Lin Kai Ler and Lee Ron Swan very strong, too strong for Sanket Vatsar and Ethan Gunn. So onus is on these two boys now. It's the half for Elias. He'll get his teammates, of course, backing him there. You can see all of them waiting in anticipation of what I'm sure will be a enthralling encounter between the two. So the warm-up now, just what goes through your mind during a warm-up before a match?
Like, you try to get yourself warmed up, like really ready to execute the skill during the match, and also trying to understand whether the opponent is good at his forehand or backhand.
Of course, most players don't really sort of reveal their strengths during a warm-up. They take it a bit easy, I'm sure.
Yes, of course. As you can see, I think the player from Konghua is using a pimple rubber on his backhand.
And what does what does that bring to the game?
Like, it creates a different type of spin, and it causes difficulty for the opponent to counter, as he has to know how to adjust, because it's really a special type of playing style.
So Konghua slightly edging out Elias here early on in the first set of the second singles. Likes of Daniel looking slightly more formidable, slightly more confident from his body language.
Yes, as you can see, that the player from Elias but looks less experienced compared to Daniel from Konghua. Good forehand from Daniel.
He's got a good forehand, hasn't he?
Yes, and he's very confident in using his forehand and has been winning points with his forehand.
Quite aggressive as well in his approach. It's good serve as well. A lot of spin in that serve.
Yes, there was a good side spin from Daniel. As you can see, there is Diha is having difficulty to receive Daniel's service.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, he's struggling with the service, and at times the return as well, as you just saw there. So it takes Daniel 9-5 up in the first set. Interesting tactics from Daniel there. He just
A bit too rush when he uses his forehand, even though it's his strength.
as we just saw there, well spotted. But he gets the point there, so 10-6 now. And he takes the first set, 11-6. So we're into the second set of the second singles with Konghua, likes of Daniel taking it 11-6 in the first, and he's 1-0 up already in the second. Too good with the forehand there. Once again, I think you mentioned that in the previous set as well. He's got a strong forehand, good serve as well.
Opportunity missed by Daniel, but as you can see, Elias is still not able to receive Daniel's service. Good backhand from Daniel.
Oh, it's just too good, too much swerve there. Just looking a very dominant play over his opponent right now. Once again, just rushing his shot, isn't he?
Yes, because Daniel is a bit too aggressive, making little mistakes But it's also still a good thing to play aggressively.
He's got that one set lead, and he has that cushion to play that aggressive table tennis that he loves playing so much. He takes a 9-4 lead now, 2 points away from taking the second set. And now just a point from sealing the second set, as it is our serves to stay in the game. And fortunately he can't, and Daniel will take the second set 11-4. So we head into the third set. Just to recap, it is 11-6, 11-4 going in favor of Daniel from Konghua, as he looks to then give his school a 2-1 lead after they lost the first singles, but came back strongly in the first doubles, and now Daniel's leading the way for his school.
Probably the forehand from Daniel. He knows what strategy to use in this game.
Probably the strongest player I've seen today of both semi-finals. Another player that stood out earlier for me as well was Elias Lim from Red Swastika. Unfortunately, they lost in straight sets as well. But, well, too good now. He's sailing away with this 7-0, just 4 points away from taking the game. He's moving his opponent around. And gets a point.
Daniel has been playing very consistent with his game, therefore taking a huge lead in this game.
He's 2 points away from putting his school up 2-1, and just one match away from a spot in the final. But a little fight back there from Izdihar for his school, pulling a point. Such an impressive serve and such an impressive forehand. Losing a bit of concentration, and Izdihar gets a point.
And Konghua has win this match for this set 11-2. First two set 11-6 and 11-4 for Konghua School. Now the big score is 2-1. Coming up next is the second doubles.
So welcome back. It is the fourth set now between, sorry, beg your pardon, the fourth game now between Elias Park Primary School and Kong Hwa in the semi-finals of the, of course, East Zone.
Senior division boys. Yeah.
And it is, of course, 2-1 up now to Kong Hwa. They did go down in the first game in the singles, but they've looked pretty good in the first doubles and the second singles.
Yes, so if they win this second doubles, they'll be into the finals and will play against Nian Primary School.
And I'm sure that's going to be a very good match to watch as well. And remember, the loser here takes on the likes of the other loser. There was the Red Swastika School. They lost to Nian. They will be playing for the third and fourth placing. But it's good to see these young boys being able to play under these circumstances as well, under the COVID restrictions. The match umpire is now just about to kick things off. Will we see Elias Park Primary School put on a good fight and take it to the fifth match, or will Kong Hwa just be too strong for them? First point goes to Elias. That's a good start for them, with the team there cheering every point, of course. And that's quickly handed back to Kong Hwa as well, who looking to finish off this game. And these second doubles, of course, there will be another singles match after this should Elias win this game. And that will be the likes of Edric from Elias Park Primary, and Kong Hwa will be represented by Ryan Tan. However, it is Nathan Teo and Wang Zelin for Kong Hwa, with Chun Yo and Yu Heng for Elias Park Primary. Good rallies between the two so far. It's been a good fight, good rallies. It's good to see.
As you can see that Kong Hwa School has a good forehand attacking, which is really very useful in the game, and they are really very confident in their game.
Kong Hwa just taking the game slightly away from Elias now. Getting the rhythm.
Yes, as you can see, their attacking is very consistent, making very little errors. Kong Hwa is 2 points away from winning the first set. And the set point.
Set point, that was very quick. It started off pretty tightly between the two. It was a 3-all, but then Kong Hwa just, well, suddenly getting some momentum, but losing that point.
Oh.
Lovely smash there.
Yes, that was a good rally from both teams.
And that takes Kong Hwa to the first set, 11-4. So we're going to start proceedings for the second set with Kong Hwa taking the first 11-4. And starting off right where they left off with the first point.
A service warning from the umpire.
There's been a few of them today in both matches. I guess the young boy is just lacking a bit of experience in that department.
Yes, as it takes a lot of practice to make sure that your service is correct. Ooh, that was a good forehand smash from Kong Hwa School.
So Kong Hwa have taken the last 7 sets between the two. They lost the first 3 in the first singles, but the doubles saw them win straight sets. That was followed by the second singles, also straight sets, and they took the first here between these two sides. Between these 4 boys, 11-4, and they seem to be cruising along now with a 7-1 up in the second set of the second doubles.
Yeah, that was a good save by Kong Hwa School, and they're currently 8-1 up, 3 points away from winning the second set. What a long rally by both teams.
Just too good for the opponents right now. Momentum on their side, and just 1 point from sealing the second set, and then just another match away from booking a place in the finals. Lack of concentration there as he's serving for the set. I'll retake that serve.
A bit too impatient in doing the forehand smash, but they are still in the lead.
And they take the second set 11-5 after taking the first 11-4 as we head into the last set. If they do win this, then they do, of course, win the match and book themselves a spot in the finals. We'll be back in a minute. So we're back here for the third set. This is the best of 5, with Kong Hwa already taking the first 2. Now they've won 8 sets in a row. Looking very strong and very on course to win the match here, aren't they? Elias just starting off on the good foot, on the front foot here, going 2-1 up. It's a great smash, isn't it? Good shot, good drive.
Yes, you can see, the Konghua pair finds the correct opportunity to attack, and therefore putting on pressure for the Elias Park School pair.
Are we going to see a nil fight back here from Elias? They're not letting down here. They're not giving up. 2 sets down, but they find themselves 4-2 up in the third set. There's a fight back looking to ensue here, maybe.
A timeout called by Konghua School.
Konghua, of course, just going 5-2 down. Coach just decided, well, maybe I'll have a nil word with my boys and just get them back in the
Game.
yes, in the mindset.
Definitely the coach wants them to win this set, as this is the final set for them if they win this set.
And well, you can't, he's out of your picture right now, but he's just sitting in front of us, the coach for Konghua, and giving them a stern talking to, you can tell, and they're looking intently at him.
Hopefully the timeout will help both the players to come back and even out the score.
Both of them just having a discussion there on why they've maybe let their concentration slip a bit. A bit lucky there, maybe, from Elias Primary School.
Yes.
Oh, Elias 7-2 ahead. What's going on here with Konghua? 2 sets up, they find themselves 2-7 down.
Yes, they're a bit impatient and they are rushing when they attack and making a lot of mistakes. And now they are currently 8-2 down.
On the fight back ensuing here from Elias Primary School. Konghua getting a point with a big cheer from the rest of the teammates, as you can hear there. And 2 points from victory. Remember, they have not won the last 8 sets, and this will be the first set they do pick up if they do win. Maybe just taking their foot off the pedal here, Konghua, after going 2 sets up. I guess young boys, they'll learn, they'll know that they have to keep their attention now. They're looking to make a comeback. So great rally.
Yes, that was a good forehand from Konghua School. Hopefully trying to adjust and get back into the game.
So now the timeout has been called. This time it's from the Elias Park School. They were 10-3 up. For now they find themselves 10-7 up. Just 1 point from victory, but well, good fight back from Elias. Of course, Konghua do take this, then they do win. Elias will then push this to the 4th set. Well, you've won 3, of course, gold medals in the national competitions, and can you go through some of your highlights from that competition?
We won in the nationals and the zonals when I represented sports school. So for us, we were quite a strong team. So we will be able to win other schools easily.
Well, okay, as you were just talking there, Elias Primary School has just picked up 1 set here, so it is 2-1 going into the 4th set. So we're back for the fourth set. It is 11-4, 11-5, 7-11 to Konghua as they now serve for the game set and match if they do take this set. What do you think went wrong in the third set between these two, where Konghua maybe just losing their concentration?
Yes, because they were previously 2-0 up, so therefore they definitely want to win, so they were a bit impatient and making a lot of errors when attacking. So hopefully they are able to adjust quickly and get back into the game again, and therefore winning this whole game. But Elias Park Primary School pair, they are also doing very well and trying to give difficulty for Konghua School.
Well, it's good to see these boys fighting back. It's good maturity from them, good drive from the young boys from Elias. That is the likes of Junior and Yu Heng. But they did lose 8 sets before this, and just came back in the previous one, and they were making it very hard for Konghua, should I say, to win. Just pushing them all the way, not giving them an easy route to the final. And we'll play, remember, Neon Primary. And that clash set up very nice. Neon Primary, would you say favorites to win the competition right now? They look the most formidable of the lot.
Yes, as Neon Primary School won all the matches so far and gets into the final. So it'll be interesting to see which team will play against Neon in the final.
Because Elias and Neon, two teams are yet to lose a match. Elias came through with 3 wins in their group stages, so did Neon as well. And then Neon won their semi-final. And well, Konghua not too far off. They did drop, of course, one game.
Yeah, this set is very important for Konghua School, as if the score becomes 2-2 in the 5th set, we will not know who will win, as it will be a 50-50 chance for both teams.
Elias with an amazing fight back here. Just the last 2 sets have seen them come out different set of players, really. Can Konghua now just well, put in that final push just to overcome the opponents? It's 10-8 now. 10-9.
Mistakes made by Elias Park. Both players are very careful at their game. Ooh.
And it's 10-10. What a comeback. They're 2 away from sealing place in the final. Yeah, 1 point now. And the pressure maybe just getting to the boys of Elias. Yes, and Konghua have taken the game, set and match, and they find themselves in the final now after taking the 4th set, 12-10.
Winning 5 points in a row for this final set. Congratulations to Konghua School in getting into the finals and will play against Neon Primary School.
So just to recap the scoreline, Elias, of course, winning the first singles, 3-love, 3 sets to nothing, and then Konghua came back in the next 2, winning the first doubles and the second singles. And Elias, well, they tried to put up a fight in the final second doubles, but too much for Konghua, for them, as Konghua sealed a place in the finals, and they will take on Neon Primary. And well, thanks a lot for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And of course, we'll see you in the finals. Remember, it is between Nian Primary and Konghua Primary School.